Hey everybody, Joel Wanasek here with Drumforge, and I want to take you through our brand new exciting compressor, DF Comp, and show you why it's cool and how to use it, as well as all the features in it. Now, we're really excited about DF Comp because what basically DF Comp is we took a bunch of our favorite compressors, including analog and a lot of extensive analog modeling. Like I said, we've been working on this for a very long time, and we put them all in a single compressor with a very simple, easy to use interface that allows you to focus on music, which is very congruent here with our design philosophy at Drumforge. We are about making music, and I'm giving you tools to allow you to do that quicker and easy without having to worry about the complicated specific things like what attack time or release time should be on this snare drum, what ratio should I use, should I worry about using a side chain, how to, compression can get very overwhelming, I guess is the point. And even for pros who've been mixing a long time, compression can be very difficult and overwhelming to dial in. So we tried to take a lot of the guesswork out of that and give you some of the greatest, best drum compressors with a twist on it in a brand new, fresh way that's really exciting and really musical. So let me walk you through it. It's really, really simple. We have our basic bypass switch up here. We have our in and out switches for gain structuring if needed, if you want to add, how much input or output gain. Now, these compressors all have auto makeup gain, which is really cool because it allows you to keep it pretty consistent. So let's break this down. You can adjust your metering, how much gain reduction, how much, you're getting in and out. And then you're going to select the mode. So we have compressors for kick, snare, toms, overheads, rooms, and bus. And basically, each one of those has a different vibe. So it can be soft, it can be medium, and it can be hard. And each one of these is sometimes a completely different compressor with completely different settings, and sometimes it's the same compressor with different settings based off of the type of sound we're trying to accomplish. Now, there's two knobs and one screw that you need to worry about essentially when dialing this in. So you pick the drum you want. So in this case, I have it on some drum rooms. Okay, I'm going to bypass this and just let you hear the drum rooms. So you put the mode in. Which mode? Okay, I picked rooms. Then all you need to do is worry about the amount of compression. Do you want parallel or not parallel compression? Meaning how much dry to wet blend do you want? And then you can adjust the threshold. Now, this can be a little bit confusing at first for people that have never seen this before, but this is really, really powerful because it allows you to dial in a lot of subtle and excellent tones. So this knob here is not the threshold, okay? So we're not adjusting how much gain reduction we are doing. This is the amount of compression applied to the signal after the threshold. It's different from parallel the mix knob, because the mix knob is the amount of wet and dry signal blend. Think about two faders, as you turn the volume up of the dry signal versus the wet, and vice versa. So this is the amount of compression applied to the signal over the threshold, and this sets your threshold. Again, we've removed the dB values here, and we've only scaled it with 0 to 100 because it's easier and more intuitive to understand. So once you pick the mode, I usually think the fastest way to dial this in here is dial in the full amount of compression. Don't worry about the threshold right now unless it's not doing anything up here, and then pick your vibe, and then you can adjust the threshold as well as the amount of compression. So let's hear it on rooms. So you can see you can go from soft, very musical compression to extremely aggressive, as we call it, hard compression or medium compression in this, depending on the vibe you want. Then you can dial in the amount of compression and the threshold screw. So let me show you how this works. So you can see we're smashing it pretty hard. Maybe we want to adjust the threshold so we're smashing it less. That's going to sound very different than pulling back on the amount of compression. So between the threshold and the amount of compression applied and the mix knob here, you can get this extremely defined, detailed, and dial in very quickly the exact amount of compression that you want to use, which is really cool. So you can smash and do really cool parallel. So you can go from extremely aggressive to very soft and musical and everything in between very quickly. Okay, cool. So we've got our rooms compressed. Let's see it on a snare here. So let's listen to this. I have a metal mix that's extremely drum sampled because, hey, heavy metal, right? So let's take a look at our snare sample. So maybe we want to get that snare a little bit tighter. So I'm going to open up DF Comp here. And I'm going to go select the snare mode. I'm going to solo my snare. And I'm going to smash it with comp and then pick my vibe. So you can make it really aggressive. Let me turn it off. So let's back off the amount of compression. Compare that to the threshold. So you can see you can get some nice subtle differences between the two. And then if we want to maybe go in parallel, we can blend the wet and dry signal. Bypass. So that tightens up that snare nice. Sounds like a cannon now, which is awesome for this genre. Okay, so let's try a little bit of bus compression. And again, I'm going to go into mode, bus, smash the amount of compression. We're going to listen to it, pick a vibe. Now, in this case, maybe we want a little bit more gain reduction so we can increase the input. See, that can get pretty aggressive. So I'm going to dial in a medium vibe here and then just back off. Give it some of that bus glue that we love. Let's work on the overheads now. Okay, so I've got the overheads. I'm gonna throw on DF Comp. I'm going to pick the mode, overheads, and let's hear it. Nice soft compression. Let's try medium vibe. All right, let's keep our cymbals compressed really hard. I just pulled back a little bit on the parallel knob when I heard it in the mix, and I think it sounds nice and balanced now. Let's hear it. So there you have it. There is DF Comp. Please check out some of the other videos we put out and sound clips on it if you want to hear it and see it more in action. And we're really excited to hear your own mixes and see what you're going to do with this really, really powerful and musical tool. Thank you so much and happy compressing.